Hi, everybody. Welcome to another evening of the slumber party. My brain doesn't seem to want to click into gear tonight. Nice to see everyone. We've already got a full house. It looks like. Let's see here. I've been sitting there looking at y'all's chat, reading everything, and trying to star stuff so I can kind of get ahead of myself a little bit. Um, Gordian, that sounds like you've had some painful stuff going on there. Um, yeah, not fun, not fun at all. So let's back up a little bit and say some hellos. We have Brenna, Snapdragon, Anita K, Donna, Moon Scarab, um, Kimberly, uh, Gordian, and Colorado Hippie Hiker, and Marine, and Snapdragon, and Old Windwalker, JWB, Roseanne, Marby. Hey, Marby. Um, let's see here. Kimber, is that two Kimberlys in the house tonight? I think I got two Kimberlys in the house tonight. Leona and hello, Edward. Hello, Jason. And if my foot problem will heal. Okay, we'll take a look at that, JW. And sure, Roseanne. Let me get you started there. All righty. Well, just to give y'all a heads up here, um, I've got starred so far: Brenna, Snapdragon, Anita K, Donna, Kimberly Cross, Gordian, Old Windwalker, Marby, JWB, and Roseanne. Not necessarily in that order because members go first and donations go second, and then everybody else. So, and oh, well, thank you, Ramon. Flattery will get you everywhere, darling. Especially on the eve of Mother's Day. So, I was in a, I felt like I needed the turquoise power today. So I've got like turquoise. I completely went overboard with it. But even my headband is turquoise colored. So it's like I just needed to feel that extra oomph tonight. I don't know why. Um, so I'm glad to see everybody here. Oh, Essence of the Moon. That's a new name. Welcome. And Kathy Goodwin. That's another new name. Welcome. And hey, Debbie. Hey, Play Love and Remember. And Joan is here. And let's see. All right. Oracle. Hit the wrong one. I hate it when I go to star something and the chat jumps. And then I completely lose my place. Okay, let me back up again a little bit and make sure I didn't miss anybody. Da, 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 da. I should play music or something during this segment while while I go through the chat here. Gotcha, Marine, and gotcha, Kathy, and oh, thank you, Kimberly. You're the third person today that said, "Oh, turquoise is your color." I was like, "Oh, okay." I'll have to buy more turquoise. I love this color. So, my favorite color is cobalt blue. That's my all time best favorite color is cobalt blue. And I didn't realize until I guess about a year ago, I did a show with Heather, Indigo Jaguar, and we did it on colors. She was doing a running theme of shows on colors, and I had picked cobalt blue because that's my favorite shade of blue. And so I did a little research on it, other than just I like that color, and discovered that cobalt is actually a natural color. it's not enhanced or man-made or anything like that. It's a natural color, and it's developed by sea glass. It has to do with the way the water and the sand and all the sediments and everything mixed together. And it, like on oysters, they get grit inside their shell and it creates a pearl. Well, it's the same with cobalt. You get out into the seas, right temperatures, right sand, sediment, water levels, all that stuff, and it creates this, what they call sea glass. And they have the cobalt blue, and they have a lighter shade of almost, not really a turquoise, more like a blue greenish color, and which they just call sea glass. And so I was like, well, that's really kind of cool to know. I never realized that. And oh, well, thank you, Ramon, for sending see, chat jumped Essence of the Moon. Chat jumped and I looked over to say the name and I went, where did it go? It disappeared. So yeah, let's what's that? Oh, that's a bummer hit. Let's see here. Yeah, blue is my favorite color. I mean, you go in my house and everything is blue or shades of blue. And I do have, I like, I mean, I say everything's blue. Not really. I do have shades of different colors. I like jewel tone colors, the dark, rich, vibrant colors of greens and blues and reds and burgundies. And I love those shades, that deep jewel tone color of colors. Um, I don't know why, but in where I sleep in my bedroom, I've always liked to have like the lighter blues, sea blue mixed with some cobalt blue, mixed with kind of very much. I've had people tease me and say, walking into your room is like stepping into the ocean without being in the water. I'm like, basically, yeah, that's about it, because I feel like I'm just floating on the water. And so it's, I like to be able to relax in my, I had read something, God, years and years ago about you want to make your bedroom relaxing so that when you get ready to go to bed, you don't have clashing colors that are going to make, like, visually are going to make you a little wacky in the head so you can't sleep. And that's what it was, this psychology paper I was reading, actually. And they were talking about how, different colors for different rooms have more success of being considered a perfect color for that room, so and they were talking about it's always, no matter whether if you go dark or light, if you just go for the kind of tones in your bedroom that are relaxing colors, then you're able to relax in that room. And I was like, that actually kind of makes sense. This is a new lipstick. It's already starting to wear off. Doesn't last very long. It's from Wet and Wild. And this color is called, if I can read it, Raining Rubies. That's the color it is. So actually it's, and it's, it doesn't like some red lipsticks will kind of like stain your lips so that when it starts to wear off, you get that kind of weird outline of your lipstick and the rest of your lips pale out. And this one doesn't do that bad. So, and it's got kind of a gloss to it. So it almost feels like you're putting on lip gloss and not lipstick. But I like the Wet and Wild because they make, I also have, they have an actual lip gloss that I like to use as well. But but they have some really pretty colors with their lipsticks and their lip glosses, and they're like $2 or $3 a piece. They're very cheap. For those of you who buy makeup on a regular thing, you know how expensive it is. I mean, to buy a decent thing of eyeshadow, you're looking $20, $30. You know, it's like that's crazy. And so I tend to shop around for the cheaper versions, and it just, you have to kind of, I've tried a lot of stuff that wound up going in the garbage because it just didn't work. It's like, yeah, that's not gonna do. So I just chunk it and figured, oh well, no biggie, just a few bucks. So I don't spend a lot of money on my makeup. I go with more less expensive stuff, the more inexpensive stuff. Um, so hi Jane Silvertooth. You're new here. Well, welcome. Um, I watched Shelly on healing and Karen on ask. Okay, cool. Um, yeah, cobalt is an actual chemical. It was I didn't even realize it was a natural color. I just assumed, like most people, it was injected with dye by man to make it more vibrant and whatnot. But it's more it's found more like off of the Greek islands, because the sand and their water and all that is just the right temperatures and coarseness to create the cobalt sea glass. And I thought, well, that explains why when you look at pictures of Greece, everything is white in that beautiful shade of blue, because it's natural for them to use that. That's what's available. That's what's there. So yeah, I'm more of I look better in, when it comes to my makeup, I look better with more of the warm tones, but that's just because I got a lot of yellow in my skin naturally. And if I walk outside for 5 minutes and come back inside, anywhere I have clothes or something on, there's a tan line. I I tan like that really fast. So I don't know if that's the Cherokee in me or the Welsh in me. I figure it's one or the other. Um, but let's see. Doo, doo, doo. Kathy, your hair is periwinkle blue and purple. Oh, that's cool. Well, mine started turning gray when I was 12. When I hit my late 20s, I started coloring it to keep it its natural brown. When I hit about, I guess about 45-ish, it quit coloring. They would put the color in, and when they would do the rinse out, the gray would be gray and the brown would be whatever color we put. And so they were like, you might as well give it up. It's not going to color anymore. Your hair has become resistant to the color. So I kind of got used to the gray. And then when I hit my 60s, it started going blonde. I was like, I would have killed at 16 to have been a blonde. I'm serious. It's like, nobody told me I had to wait till I was in my 60s to become a blonde. So now I have blonde hair on top of it. It's like, okay, that's cool. But this is natural color. I don't color my hair. It won't take it. Um, so let's see. And yeah, I'm just a hotbed of inconsequential gobbledygook that's stuck in my brain. um, let's see. I was a spring. Yeah, I'm more of warm tones, fall tones. Most of my eyeshadows, I stick with the beiges and the browns and the taupes and that. Now, because I was wearing all blue today, I did a little bit of blue in the shading. Um, and then, of course, when I put my glasses on with the lights and it reflects off of my keyboard and stuff, it makes my eyes look bluer anyway. So I figured, okay, that's cool. Um, Let's see. Oh, thank you, Jason. That was sweet. Who got the membership? Jason just it's back up here. Jason just did a membership, uh, uh, gifted a membership. I'll get the word out in a minute. I don't know who got it though. I'm looking to see who it went to. Um, my caffeine drink right here. I got my Coke. I'm kind of coffeeed out. I drank coffee like 2, 3 different times today. It was like I can't drink any more coffee, or I'll be wired for the rest of the week. Um, oh yeah, Deb, exactly. I'm sure it's my Cherokee blood because I go outside and I'm a shade darker by the time I come inside. Everybody laughs at me. I used to have my girlfriends when we were high school age and stuff used to get so mad at me because they'd be like, "That's not fair. How come you just get tan? Don't even try." And I'm like, "I don't know. It just works." So, but yeah, jewel tones are my favorite. And happy birthday to all the May birthdays, to all the Taurus. Although in another week and a half, it'll be Gemini season. So I'm looking forward to that. Thank you, Joe Bond. Um, and I'll be 64 in June. So for those of you who are curious, I have no problem with telling my age. I'm just proud I made it this far. So, I didn't think I was going to last this long, to be honest with you. Um, but yeah, my hair just quit coloring. So, I don't know, Maureen. Yeah, I mean, you get used to it. It took me a while to get used to it when it started really getting gray. And then, like I said, when I hit my 60s, it started turning blonde. I went to go get it cut one day at the salon, and they were like, "When did you start coloring your hair?" And I'm like, "I don't color my hair." She says, "Well, why is it blonde?" I said, "I don't know. I figured you could tell me." They didn't know either. They were like, "Oh, okay." So, um, hi, Sabrina. And let's see here. Yes, and happy Mother's Day to all the moms, to all the dads who have to also be a mom, to all the fur baby moms. Um, Tomorrow's Happy Mother's Day, so I hope y'all have some great plans, doing some fun stuff. I don't have a damn thing planned, and that's the best thing in the world I can do. I'm going to clean the kitchen and do the laundry like I do every Sunday, and that'll be that. And then I'm not even going to be on air tomorrow. It's actually I'm doing backstage for Colleen the Cool Crone and for Arthur Ease Your Mind because they're both running shows tomorrow. So I'm just going to hang out backstage and run the chat for them, and that's kind of fun because then I get to kind of be like on the show, but I'm not in everybody's face. Um, but so yeah, my mother had beautiful gray hair. Her hair was like a silvery white color naturally. And I was like, "That's not fair, Mom. How come you got such beautiful white hair? And mine's just gray." It didn't really turn any of those shades. Hey, Adrian. Hi, Barbara. Hello, Todd. Um, Welcome. You're a new name, so welcome. Hey, Innocent. Um, yeah, I mean, by the time my grandmother hit her 30s, she was salt and pepper, and so I get it from that side of the family as well. What day? What day is what? I see you asking. Who asked that? Somebody just said what day. Um, I don't know. The chat keeps jumping on me, so let's see here. Oh, Gordian knot. What day? What day are you talking about? Um, let's see here. Yep, I'm not hiding behind Arthur's screen tonight. I got the show to myself. And next Saturday, Ramon will be on with me because it'll be his regular Saturday to join me on the slumber party. So that'll be fun. And I always love it when Ramon is on here with me to read. And and he's planning a birthday bash for all of us. There's evidently quite a few of us Gemini that are in the community, so that's going to be fun. And but yeah, my mother passed in June before COVID hit, so I was awfully glad that she was already gone by the time COVID came along because her last few months she had to spend in a lockdown unit in hospice care. She had dementia, and the kittens are gone. They were somebody on the in the complex saw them out roaming around with their mom one day and called animal control, who called and had one of the no-kill shelters come and get them. And I actually talked to the girl that lives here that works for the no-kill shelter. When she saw her folks show up, she was like, what's going on? And so they told her. And so they were already rehoming them. They had just turned 5 weeks old when they picked them up. So that was last week, because yesterday they would have been 6 weeks old. So um but yeah, so they uh my babies are gone and I kind of miss them out there. um but if they can't catch mommy cat and get her fixed, there'll be another litter coming around soon. So um every time you turn around, that cat's having another damn litter of cats. um this is her, I think, her third litter since we've been here. And oh, thank you, Edward. I have fun doing the backup work in the back. It's, I don't have the pressure. I don't have to do makeup, and I don't have to, do all the stuff I do to be on camera. I can just be lazy and just hang out behind the camera and do everything. And I get it. It's not easy to try to keep up with chat and read what's going on, try to keep up with the conversation, star your questions or request. Oh, my birthday is June 3rd, Gordian Knot. Um, and try to pull cards and try to connect with spirit and read. It can get kind of overwhelming, which is why the Saturday night show tends to run long, because especially on the nights when I'm alone, because I'm like, okay, it's going to take me a little bit longer than normal. But um, so yeah, but yeah, my mother passed just before COVID hit, and she is currently approximately 25 feet in front of me, going straight ahead there, in an urn, and because she wanted to be cremated. So um, I didn't realize all the ashes that it would be. It was like a lot of ashes, and so I had to go get another one. So I have two rosewood boxes that are carved with the tree of life on them, and we just split the ashes into each box, and one's for my brother and one's for me. And so we made a little altar with some of her pictures and her ashes and whatnot, and it's sitting on top of one of the bookshelves in the living room. And so she is still in charge, so to speak. And believe me, there are times when I definitely feel her being in charge. It's like, okay, mom, back off. Um, but so let's see. Oh, you're a Gemini too, Kimberly. June 17th. That was my great grandmother's birthday, my mama. Her birthday was June 17th. Oh, that's cool. And Yeah, exactly, Gordian Knot. They have most of the no-kill shelters here have free catch and release programs where they'll come catch feral cats and or dogs, and they will fix them. Um, Usually they'll give them all their shots so they're updated on shots, and then they'll just re-release them back to the neighborhood they picked them up from. And then that way they're not contributing to the massive amounts of fur babies being born. And sure, Book, how are you tonight? Hey, Artemis, how are you doing? And yeah, my mom was had, like I said, she had June 30th birthday book, so that makes you a Cancer, right? Yeah, you're Cancer. Um, but hi, artist Liz, how you feeling, darling? Yeah, I've already told my family, you best cremate me, because if y'all bury me and put me in the ground, I'm gonna come back and like scary haunt y'all. I'm not even gonna be nice about it. It's just all there is to that. Like, don't put me in a box in the ground. No, no, no. Excuse me. My son was like, well, then what am I supposed to do with you when I cremate you? I said, I don't care. I said, stick me in a jar and put me in the closet for all I care. I said, hell, flush me down the toilet, give me a burial at sea. That works, you know. And said, I'll be dead at that point. What difference does it make? I said, but if you put me in the ground, I said, I will come back and you won't like it. So it's think pet cemetery type thing. It's like, yeah, no, don't even do that to me. Um, but yeah, it's it's that time of year because you got the weather changing from cold to warm, and so like us, for a lot of places, it's warm in the day and then it gets cold at night, or you'll have a week of sweltering weather, and then you get up one morning and it's 30 freaking degrees outside. You're like, what the hell happened to spring? And it's, you go back and forth. We get that a lot down here. Yeah. No, they can't be tamed once they go feral. Which is why we made such a point of, when the kittens, both litters were born, of playing with them and having them used to humans handling them and being around them and stuff, so that they wouldn't have a problem with rehoming them. And snow last week, wow, Hip, that's sad. Barbara, you've been sick for almost 2 weeks. Oh my God. Um, Well, y'all, I had that bad upper respiratory infection that I got like right at Christmas time. I'm still fighting it. I mean, I've been on 3 separate rounds of antibiotics and I'm still fighting this crap. It still hasn't gone away completely. It'll get better and then it'll come back, and it'll get better and then it'll come back. So I don't know what the hell. Hey, Rossi. Um, yeah, I know when I lived in, you sure can, Liz. When I lived in Phoenix, there was a comedian that came to one of the clubs there in Tempe, which is like a little town right next door to Phoenix. And it was, I think it was like July or August when he got booked to come down there. And he was like, I thought y'all said this was the Valley of the Sun, not the Valley on the Sun. He's like, oh my God, this is too hot. It's like, yeah, it gets really hot there. But yeah, it's I'm trying to, it's 100 in Phoenix today. Wow. I don't miss it. I really don't miss that heat. Um, I kind of miss having the low humidity that I had in Phoenix, because I live in Louisiana, so it's 100 degrees outside with like 100% humidity, and you can't breathe. Um, it feels like you're standing inside of a sauna. And your stepbrother was divided up into 7 jars. Okay, I thought I was bad with 2. That's got me beat. Okay. Yeah, my mom was an almost Christmas baby. Her birthday was December 17th. And she hated it because growing up, our family was poor, and growing up, she would get one gift and be told, "Well, it's for your birthday and Christmas." So she hated that. And my brother and I made a point of always treating her birthday separate from Christmas and giving her two separate gifts. And I was like, maybe you had to do that when you were a kid, but we don't have to do that now. And so because her sister's birthday was in February, and she would get a birthday party and extra gifts. Of course, I like the fact mine's in June. It's half the year away, so I don't have to worry about it running into anything. Um, yeah, it gets hot there. I have one of my best buds from high school. His birthday's December 25th. He's actually a Christmas baby, and I was like, well, that had to suck for your mom, man. Going to labor on Christmas Day. Oh my God. Um, but the first time I was telling somebody, and I don't remember who it was a couple years back, that I had gotten two urns. We split my mom's ashes, so my brother and I would each have our own box. And they were like, well, what half did you get? I'm like, what do you mean, what half did I get? I said, well, you said you split our ashes into two boxes. Which half did you get? And it took me a minute before it dawned on me. I'm like, honey, there's no telling the difference between which half you get. It's just ashes. And there's probably other people's ashes mixed in there with it, because when they do cremations, they don't clean it out after each burning. They just shove the next one in. And I said, by the end of the day, there's no telling how many people are in that jar of ashes. Um, hey, Sheila. Oh, you planted a garden. That's cool. I didn't realize Pope Francis was December 17th. Oh, that's awesome. He was the same day as my mom, or my mom was the same day as him, I guess. Um, I don't know if she was older than him or not. She would have been in her 70s by now. I don't remember. Quick, somebody added in their head, if you're born in 1942, how old are you this year? Because I don't feel like digging out the calculator. And I can't compute that in my brain. My brain does not do mathematics at all. Um, okay, a little bit of housekeeping. Like I said, tomorrow I'm not doing crap. I'm just doing backstage for a few people. And 83, 87, 83. Make up your mind. It's one or the other. Um, uh, Monday night is Draining the Swamp. It's our next episode. I know Arthur will be with me. I don't know if Mel will be with me or not. Mel got out of the hospital today. His surgery went fabulously. He's feeling fantastic. He said he hadn't felt this good in a long time. And so I don't know. He may be ripping and raring and ready to go on Monday, and he may not. So I'm like, if he shows up, great. And if he don't, that's okay too. And December 24th. Oh, wow. And oh, Barbara, your mom was born in 42 too. Okay. He they removed 18 inches of his colon. Isn't that fun? They took out 18 inches of colon, and he did not have to have a colostomy bag attached. Thank goodness. He was not looking forward to that possible outcome. Um, but he got out today and said he was doing real good. He posted all about it on his about page, on his post page, and on his channel. So y'all can go catch up with him there. I'm sure I'll forget some of it. Um, I don't know, Sheila. We'll find out. And yeah, they took 3 feet of his colon, and so that's a lot. Uh, Pope Leo is a Virgo. My brother's a Virgo, um, and then my nephew is. I think my nephew's a Libra. I think he's Libra. He's the end of October, so I think he's Libra. Um, yeah, Aries is my rising sign. That's why I tend to burn the candles at both ends because I'm always going, going, going until I drop. And let's see here. Hi, Betty. 10 centimeters of your colon resectioned. How do they resection it? I don't understand that. I'll have to look that one up. Well, I wasn't born that far back, but I was born in 1961. I was at the tail end of the baby boomers. And my brother was born the beginning, the first couple of years, the beginning of Gen X. So we got, 2 different generations in that. And I don't know what the hell my nephew is. I lost track after Gen X. I can't keep up anymore. Oh my God, Play Love, remember? That's horrible. Yeah, I'll be 64 in June this year. So October 23rd. Okay, so he's a Scorpio then. That fits. Okay. Um, all right. I've been yakking enough here. And let's get to some card reading here. Oh, let me put this up. Oh, anyway, I was telling y'all Monday night's Draining the Swamp, with or without Mel. I don't know if he'll be there. Um, Wednesday night is Sisters of the Mystical Tarot, and I will be hosting. So I got to come up with a topic. If anybody can think of a really good topic, let me know because I'm going blank. And then Friday night will be our 3rd episode of The Other Side of the Coin. And Gerald, Tarot Stash, he will be hosting. And so that's it for the coming week. There's stuff next weekend, but I didn't feel like turning the page and seeing what else was there. So yeah, Gen X. Yeah, it's funny. It's like if you know somebody that gets one kind of gotcha, Barbara. Oh, Ramon, if you're still in the chat, darling. Okay, Sheila put in a request. Ramon's throwing us a birthday party for the Geminis. There's like 4 or 5 of us that are all Gemini. And so yeah, that'll be, I didn't even think about that. That'll be fun. Let's see here. What we got going next is, as I'm scanning along the lines, I want to make sure. Yeah, sure, Rossi, go ahead. And so okay, I'm gonna put in, attention all mods. I'm gonna put in questions closed at this point, and then if anybody comes in late and wants to get a card draw, I mean, you know, they can go ahead and put it in there, but just maybe kindly help me keep up and let them know that, yeah, there's a real good chance that that I may not be able to get to you tonight. Oh, Mr. Floyd's moving to Chicago? I didn't know that. He's usually on during the morning whenever I'm in and out of meetings at work. And so I don't really get to listen to his show that much anymore. I usually just, thank you, Adrian. I usually catch a few minutes of it in a replay, or I'll catch it when he does a short out of it. I'll catch those. I just can't keep up with all the readers we have now. It's like I try to watch a little bit of everybody. You know, it may not be a whole show, but hi, Sukilao. Oh, yeah, that's right. I remember him talking about his dad was not well. Yeah, that's been there, done that. That's rough. Okay, let's get this show on the road. Anita, you're first, my darling, because you're a member. And let's see. And you wanted a naughty card. I got a new naughty deck, y'all. Just got it in. And it's called Badass Affirmations. I just like the name of it. I thought, oh, that sounds pretty cool. So let's see. It says, all right, Anita, this is for you. I am an alchemist of transformation, turning struggles into fucking golden opportunities. There you go. So I hope that made you giggle. And oh yeah, I heard about that book. Karen asked, "Who is Mr. Floyd?" Mr. Floyd is a reader. He channels Saint Germain, and he's very talented, very good, very plugged in, very nice man. I had him on my show. I've had him on my channel a couple of times, I think. And I'm just been waiting for an invite for his. Now that I know he's moving, I guess I know why I hadn't heard anything. That takes a lot of time to deal with all of that. So, all right, let's see who's next. Next is Gordian Knot, because Gordian is a member and members go first. So membership has privileges, as the commercial says. All right, Adrian, yeah, because you made a donation, darling, so you get bumped up. And all right, a plain tarot card. My health problem is still a mystery. A nephrologist. What is a nephrologist? Suspects type 2, like type 2 diabetes. I have type 2 diabetes, which is why I shouldn't be sitting here drinking coffee, Coke as much as I do, but oh well. Regular, a regular tarot deck. You're in luck. Just so happened that I had a regular tarot deck. A kidney doctor. Okay, thank you. I was like, well, and I was in the medical business for 30 years, and I don't think I ever heard that term, a nephrologist. Of course, I worked at a testing lab, so we just processed blood, urine, poop, and spit specimens. And so, all right, Gordian, let's see what we got here. Alrighty. There are. I just don't have cards memorized. Okay, that's what I thought that was. It helps sometimes just to skim it real quick. Okay. Okay, Gordian. First thing up was the Four of Wands, and that's celebration, uh, joy, having a party, you know, being glad that things were going well. So that seems to me that they're going to be able to either figure out what it is and do something with it right away, or they're going to find out that it's not as serious as y'all thought it was. And then I got the Page of Cups. And so that's somebody that kind of, pages are there to spread a message. They're kind of like the messengers of the tarot world. Um, and being a cup, that's emotion. So that's just letting you know that to expect to be emotional over all of this stuff. You're not going to be looking at it as just cut and dried. Okay, this is what it is. This is what we have to do. It will be a little on the emotional side. And then I do the Five of Wands. Now, the Five of Wands is talking about uh, competition. Sometimes it can mean uh, fighting over something, maybe taking it a step too far. Um, I personally think this means that you're going to be fighting whatever this is. Um, I think that's why that came out. Whatever it is they find once you see the specialist, that's going to be your battle. Is to deal with what it is, so that it could be taken care of. But at the same time, I feel like I'm not picking up any really bad vibes on it or any bad energy. It just feels like, okay, you're going to go in, they're going to do their test, they're going to figure out what's wrong, and then they will adjust from there. So um, it will probably help determine what kind of medications you take, that sort of thing. Now, granted, I'm not a doctor, so I can't give you medical advice. Um, I mean, if the doctor starts talking major surgery, blah, 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 I would get a second opinion. Not because you don't trust that doctor, but just because that's good practices medically. Let's see here. Okay. Just making sure somebody wasn't saying something to me. Yeah, I'm telling y'all, when if y'all get sick or if there's something going wrong, or if a member of your family or a close friend or something, let us know about it. Spread the word, because we will definitely spread it out to the people that come to our shows and to other readers, so that you have more people that's praying for you, sending healing energy your way, sending Reiki your way. And you stand a much better chance of healing a lot faster with all of that. So definitely keep us posted on everything. Um, okay, let's see here. Marby, you're next, because Marby's a member. And Joe Bond, I had already put up questions or card draws closed, I'm going to go ahead and star you, and I will try to fit you in at the end of this show, okay? But I don't promise, but I'll try. Okay, Marby. Like an oracle card. Oh, I got a new oracle deck too. This one's called Healing the Inner Child. And focus. There we go. And it's actually, the first time I used it was earlier today. And I really liked the cards and the messages with that. So that was okay. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, Marby, I drew for you. Coming home. You see how all those little bubbles of color are bringing everybody home. It says, returning to the Universal Mother is the most profound way to heal our sense of shame. We return to her through opening up to her ever-present love. The unconditional love of the divine feminine principle of Mother Earth and of the elements that make up our body welcomes us home without judgment. Well, that's good to know. What did it say on the next page? It says, imagine Universal Mother welcoming you home with open arms. And you're one of the children traveling on the sphere. It says to lean back in your seat or lie down, close your eyes, place one hand at the center of your chest and one hand right below your belly button. Imagine dropping your heart towards the earth. Feel the earth holding your body. Soften into its loving embrace. It says, as you breathe, remind your body, mind, and nervous system that in this moment you are safe. Gravity is holding you. Try doing this practice as you fall asleep. It's a powerful way of resetting the fight or flight response and transitioning into a calm and restful state. I would say that would depend on what the state is as to how calm I would be. But I like that sentiment a lot. Alrighty. So there you go, Marby. Okay, next up we've got Maureen. Maureen is a member and would like a naughty card. We're going to use some of this new deck I just got because I've only seen a couple of the cards. I haven't like gone through it all the way because I started using it right away. I was like, yeah, this is good. All right, damn it, they just turned that AC back down. I'm freaking freezing. All right, Maureen, it says, I am a unstoppable, unshakable, and apologetically badass. That's you, through and through. Let me. Sorry, y'all. I gotta put my sweater on. They turned the AC back down, and it's freezing in here again. So, brr. Not like it's that heavy of a sweater, but it's usually just enough to kind of, I got goosebumps like all over my arms. And I'm sitting here in shorts and a t-shirt. It's like, no wonder you're cold. Okay, Okay, Maureen, I hope that that hit the spot for you, my dear. All right, Book, you're up next. And if I could wave my magic wand and make the pain go away, I would, because I've been living in constant chronic pain since I got hurt in 1999. So I understand how that is. And nowadays, it's a fight to get the medication you need to make you pain manageable. Let's see here. Let's start here. You didn't say if you wanted naughty or nice books, so I'm going to give you one of the mellower naughty readings. Okay. It says practice, focus, practice radical acceptance. You be you and nobody else, because we all love you just the way you are. So be the best you that you can be, I guess would be a good way to put it. Okay, Liz is a member. So Liz is up next. Oh, bless your heart, darling. That's just sad. I mean, I knew you had been sick and you were in the hospital. I didn't realize you'd been in there for that long. So y'all keep Artist Liz in your prayers, please. We got to get some healing going for all of these sick folks we got around us. Because, guys, if we get hit with another pandemic, think about who's in charge. And what a shit show that's going to be, right? Okay. Let's see what we got here. All right, Liz, I pulled for you, focus, bliss. And it says, our essence is shimmering bliss. At the core of our being, we are all exactly like the child, immersed in energizing, ecstatic light and joy, surrounded by resources and allies just waiting to guide you, to guide us and support us. We are inseparable from Source, and as such, our nature is unconditional love, knowing, and bliss. Kind of like that. It says for the inner child message, it says your inner child knows about the state of bliss better than you, so allow them to guide you. Take your inner child's hand and relinquish your adult seriousness and responsibility. Ask little you to show you joy. Follow them onto the floor of them, into the flow of the moment with innocence and playfulness. You never know where the journey will take you. Say to your inner child, take me to bliss. I'll follow you. I like that message. That's kind of cool. What did I do with the cards? Okay. So, Liz, I hope that resonated with you a little bit. And let me make sure I haven't missed anything exciting going on. Okay. And alrighty, let's see who is next. No more members for the moment. So we're going to start with Joe Bond, who made a donation. Thank you, Joe. And Joe says, may I have a card when the donation portion starts? Absolutely. Do you want a naughty card or a nice card? You didn't specify. When you don't specify, you definitely get a naughty card. Just my little way of getting back. A naughty card. All right, there we go. Now you got the spirit. Get together there. And we get, I am a badass. And I've been, what does that say? And I bend the universe to my will. I kind of like the sound of that. Like, I'm in charge. You got to do what I say. That's the best way to go about it, too. All righty, let's see. Any other members? Yeah, I think I already had you down, Adrian. Yeah. I read Joe's card. Okay, I read your card, didn't I, Joe? Yes, I did. Okay, all right. I'm not losing my mind. Okay. And all right. Next up, we've got Adrian, because Adrian made a super sticker and made a small donation, and I thank you very, very kindly. So Adrian would like an oracle card. You got it. All right. What are you looking for?
Trying to get Jane's attention.
He's over here on his blanket in my room. Let's see here. All righty. Oops. Okay. Oops. All right, Adrian, I pulled for you Journey. Isn't that a cool picture? I like that. It says, tending to your inner child is a hero's journey. If you hold these cards in your hands, you have heard the call and answered it. There are 3 phases in this journey: the departure, the initiation, and the return. It says, if you feel alone on this journey, this card is here to remind you that you are always held. You never walk alone, and you never journey for yourself alone. That's kind of cool. All right, let's see. What else does it say? It also says here, invite your younger self to gaze at the colors and shapes in this card. See all the different colors and shapes there. And it says, what do you feel? Allow yourself time to be with sensations and emotions as they arise. Where do you journey as you sit with this image? All right. So basically, I guess if you're not around a means to record this journey, then you just have to memorize it. You have all those beautiful colors to work with. That's really cool. I like that. All right, Adrian, I hope that resonated with you. And let's see here. Who do we have next? And if you ever, I read that one already. Okay. Let's not confuse yourself, Sherry. Oh, thank you, Suki. Let's see. All right. I want to double check myself and make sure I'm not missing anything. All right. I did Chopin. Okay. Let's see here. Y'all caught me zoning out on you here. All right. Who have we got? Jason made a gifted donation. That was very sweet of you. And Suki, did you have a question or request? Thank you for your donation. That's very sweet of you. All right. I want to make sure I'm not missing anyone. No, Play Love, remember I had a cervical fusion in 2011. They fused 4 vertebrae, C4 through C7, and put a steel rod and 6 screws, and that's what holds my head up. Otherwise, I wouldn't have a neck anymore. But yeah, any kind of major surgery, you always want to get a second opinion. Have somebody else look at it, make sure they're seeing the same thing that your doctor's seeing, and that's nothing against your doctor. That's just good practice. Okay, Brenna, you're up. May I have a naughty card, please? You betcha. All right. Well, sticking with the new deck, these are kind of fun. Let's see what else we got. Oh my God, they're flipping all over on me. Almost had 50 card pickup. You know what I like about these, though, is they fit in my hand. A lot of Oracle cards are these big old huge cards. It's like you can't get your hands around them. God, everybody's slamming doors today. What the hell? Woke up this morning slamming doors. Okay. It says, I am a masterpiece of creation, sculpted by life, challenges, and victories. It took me a minute to read it. That's not really naughty, but we're going to yank something from the top of the... You got the 9 of Wands there, Brenna. Deja vu. Your habit of attracting shit is back. I like the swear tarot. That was a good one. That's a fun one. Oops. All right. Let's see here. Next up, we got Snapdragon. Hey-ho. An oracle card. Yes. We can do that. Candy Bear, what's your problem? Go lay down your blanket. I had to order puppy pads for today. They should be here Monday. Poor baby. It's our little dog is 15, 16 years old, something like that. And he has no bladder control anymore. It's like when he's got to go, and it's right then and there. Which means I burned through a lot of paper towels. But I just ordered some training, what they call training pads, pee pads for animals, so that they got a special place they can go in the house. And then you just roll it up and throw it away. So, all right, Snapdragon, I drew for you. Focus. The quest. You see the little boy is sitting there astride his steed, because Spirit always sends a stag to come out for journeys. They're like the creatures that can bring you across the veil. Let me just sit here. All right. It says, life requires courage. From the moment we take our first breath until we release our last. To be alive is to be vulnerable and experience times of trial. Courage exists in the smallest moments, when we take a breath instead of lashing out at a loved one, when we give of ourselves selfishly, when we stand against injustice. Now we love and open our hearts, exposing what is most tender. Okay. And then it says, look at your younger self and say, I honor your courage. You did your best, and that is more than enough for me. And that is more than enough for me. Okay. My sentence structure is horrible tonight. Okay. That's a good one there. All right, Snapdragon, I hope that kind of hit home for you. Let's see. Donna, you're up. Donna O'Brien. Tarot card. Oh, there it is right there. Okay. Tarot card. You just want a general read from the tarot card, Donna? Is that what you're asking? You're here. Yay. Hi, Kay. I didn't see you slip in the back door. Okay. All right, let's see what we get. Well, now I'm throwing cards all over the room. All right, get back in there. Okay. All right, very good. The first thing I pulled was a card that I lost. First thing out of the gate was the Eight of Pentacles. And this is talking about somebody who, how did they put it? You're considered an expert in your field. You've been doing it so long. You take pride in that work. I'm assuming John is now classified as legally disabled and will get his bag. His probably full by the time he gets here if they come to visit. Says patience and determination are the best ways to ensure your success. This is very true. Remain dedicated to excellence and to developing your unique form. What does that say? Study, practice, imagine, and illustrate for each other's mental state of mind. Okay. All right. So next one up was the Emperor. The Emperor is, of course, that's a leadership position. Someone with authority, someone that you're maybe going to bring an issue or a problem to that can help you with it. That would be the Emperor. He's kind of take charge kind of person. He's there to do his job and do it as best he can. So that's good to know. And then I ended with the Queen of Wands, and she represents divine feminine power. So this is what, when you feel you're ready to step out and do all the things you do, this would definitely be a time to allow your senses to open up for okay. Spirit is just saying that you need to just relax, open yourself up, and the energy that you need to accomplish your goals is just down the corner, just around the corner. So yeah, trying to put them all. My brain is on freeze frame. Don't fall tonight. So looking at them all together, it looks like you've got some new things coming, some studying, things to get prepared for. You've got the Emperor that you rely on for the leadership and whatnot that he gives to your company, your department. And it ends with the Queen of Wands, because you are a Queen of Wands. Don't let anybody tell you you're not. Okay. Oh, good. Spot on. Okay. I like my little light Sears deck. It's a little bitty, comes in a tin, and the cards and stuff are inside. But they're all like itty bitty, little bitty cards, which is really kind of nice. Okay. Here you go, Donna. Up next is Kimberly Cross. Would love a tarot reading tonight. So you're looking at just general information type stuff. Because we managed to get up to Pitkin or okay. A tarot reading. I'm assuming you don't want the swear tarot, so let's go to the nice tarots. Oh, wait. Donna. Okay. Get myself, my computer thing was glitching over here on me. Okay. All right. A tarot reading. Kimberly. Okay. Oh, cool, Donna. I'm glad that resonated with you. Kimberly, what, you just wanted a general, darling, or was there a specific question that you had? Kimberly, are you here? Going once, going twice. Let's see what we get. All right. All right, Kimberly, not sure what's going on here. We started out with the Four of Wands. Everybody's celebrating. Everybody's having a good time. Then from there, we pull the Death card or the Rebirth card, depending on what you want to call it. And basically, what this card is telling you is it's time to make some changes. You're working on that. And yeah. So the Death, that's kind of like, it's not a bad card, so to speak. Basically, what this is talking about is major change, sometimes even drastic change to kind of knock us upside the head and be like, hey, pay attention. This is what we want you to do. And then it ended with the Three of Swords, which something is going to happen here soon that's going to be a little heartbreaking for you, whether if it's losing a friendship, losing a family member, being upset because somebody you had invested time with has basically always just left the building. They're gone. Or they're making noise that they're going to be gone. So that makes it kind of difficult for you. But I think altogether, because you also had the Death card, which is change, things happening, things changing. You got to let the old die away before the new can come in. And then you're going to have the option of seeing a big, beautiful parking tower like where I work at to make you realize, oh, okay, I don't know if I like this change or not. So sometimes you want to go back to how it was. All righty. I hope that helped, Kimberly. Damn it. Alrighty, old Windwalker. get a card, whatever you were drawn to. That's dangerous. All right. Let's see here. Card that I could pull from. You know what? We haven't done this deck in a while. All right. Get in there. All right. Listen, bitch. You can recover from anything. Your resilience is unmatched. Just saying. All right. So anyway, that's your. There you go, Olwyn Walker. That was your card. All right. JWB, you're up, my dear. Okay, cool, Olwyn Walker. I'm glad that hit you. All right, let's see what the pendulum says. Well, JWB have his foot problem taken care of. It heals up sooner rather than later. What you got for me there? All right, you got yourself a big old star on my chest, on your chest. The JW's foot problem heal up soon. I'm getting a yes. Now, you have to take soon with a grain of salt because our soon and spirit soon are two different soons. So, hey, Tasha. I will try to get to your question, darling. They were already closed for the night. But if I can squeeze you in, I will, okay? And let's see here. Roseanne Giannotti. Or is it Giannotti? I never know whether if it's a hard G or a soft G. So, a reading for next month. Things have been stressful. Welcome to my world. Let's see what we got here. We're going to go with all right, Roseanne. You're getting a tarot reading with the Swear Tarot cards, so language is going to be a little intense. Let's see what we get here. All right, Roseanne. Two of Cups. It says love has finally fucking arrived, which is followed by the Fool, opportunities. And that says, don't be a dumb fuck. Start something new. That makes sense. Followed by the Six of Cups. A kind motherfucker will help you. So you got somebody kind coming that's going to help you. Don't be dumb. Do something new. And love has finally showed up, and it'll be someone that likes this kind of cards or these kind of readings, which will be cool. So yeah, there you go. I think everything is. Let me take another peek real quick. Yeah, everything's going to be kind of start something new, and someone's going to be there to help you out with it. So it looks like going forward, things are going to be a little bit smoother for you, and you're going to have some help showing up to give you a helping hand with it, okay? And let's see here. Kathy Goodwin is next, and Kathy would like an oracle card. You still here, Kath? Let's see what we got here. You're welcome, Roseanne. Okay. Okay, Kathy, I pull for you community. Here we go. It says, true resilience isn't standing alone like a lighthouse, independent from others. By nature, we are dependent on resources from the earth for sustenance, air, sunlight, and shelter. Emotionally, we need connection to thrive. Yeah, summer. Okay. It says true resilience isn't standing alone like a lighthouse, independent from others. I think I read that part. Okay, as a child, we emerged from the womb without any awareness of being separate. We took our mother's feelings and attitude as our own, and many of us began to feel shame or guilt if our mother was angry, sad, or overwhelmed. The child's ego wants to take responsibility for everything, wants to fix or heal their parents. This impossible task can follow us into adulthood, burdening us with guilt and poor boundaries. I gotta agree on that one. That was yep. I'm tossing cards and zoning out. Okay. We got just a couple left to go here. I hope that resonated with you, Kathy. And let's see here. Sheila, what was the message that hummingbird was trying to give me? What was the message that hummingbird was trying to give me? What was the message that hummingbird was trying to give Sheila? You know, the first thing that comes to mind is you don't have to be like me. We're all individual and we're all perfect in our own way. That's kind of awesome. Okay, let's see here. Hummingbird. Let's see. Trying to see if I have a deck out that would kind of fit that. We're going to go back to the light seers and see what it has to say. I tried just tuning in to see if it would talk to me and tell me, but that didn't work. And then I made the mistake of closing my eyes and I started drifting. All right. Alrighty. All right. First card out of the chute. We got the Two of Wands. And so that's talking about planning for your future, making progress in that direction. Looking for the possibilities between you and loved ones. All right. Next one was Pair of Pentacles. All right. Next up was the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is a healer, a self-made person, material wealth and abundance, strengthened in family and community, a kind and nurturing heart, being down to earth, generosity. So I feel like it feels like the hummingbird was there to tell you that whatever spirit that used the hummingbird to come into your life there was trying to let you know that you're a self-made person, which makes you very strong, very resilient. You have the ability to be able to look at the issue and make a decision on it. You have the ability to be able to go in it just feels like it's there. It's just trying to get across to you that your guides are there. They've got your back. You can move forward with what you need to do for your life. And Spirit has got your back over it. You're not going to face it alone. And I think that's what the hummingbird was. It was actually like someone you know that's passed or an ancestor. A lot of times they will use like animals to come in to give that to let the person know that they're there with them. So whoever this is, and they're not telling me who it is, whoever it is that came in with the hummingbird was just trying to reassure you that you got this. Whatever it is you're facing, whatever it is you're dealing with, you've got this. Not to worry. And that's the message that they were trying to get across to you. Okay? I hope that helps, Sheila. All right, Teacher Barbara. We've got Teacher Barbara, and then we got Tasha, if she's still here, and that wraps it up because I'm fast running out of juice. Okay. A card. What kind of card? You're going to get one of the new naughty cards. Just because you didn't say what kind of card. you're going to get one of the new naughty cards. And I think you'll like it. Because you're the one that has to run around with little bitty kids all day long and can't curse at them. That would make me crazy. I could not be a teacher, not at all. All right, Barbara. It says, I am the epitome of badassery. And I strut, what does that say? And I strut through life like a boss. There you go. That's you. Most definitely, that's you. Okay, Tasha, are you here? If you're here, say, I'm here. Let's see. Will I get a job in Aberdeen? My ear itches. Or will I have to move to Rapid City or Pierre? Where is Aberdeen? Rapid City. What state is she in? Oh, good, Barbara. I'm glad you like that. Okay. Um, Rapid City or Pierre. I haven't seen her in a while either, so I'm just gonna do a quick. We'll just do a quick pendulum in case she comes back and watches replay. Because I did tell her I didn't know if I'd be able to get to her. Will Tasha get a job in Aberdeen? Nope. Will she have to move to Rapid City? Nope. Will she have to move to Pierre for that job? No, it's got no for all three options there. So you might want to maybe look into a few other places that might be a possibility. South Dakota. Thank you, Barbara. Okay. Um, oh, wow. You live in Aberdeen too, Donna. Yeah. Okay. I got to know on all of those. So maybe look a little closer or maybe branch out a little further. I don't know if that's a possibility or not. Um, and right now is a really bad time to be job hunting because nobody's hiring. Most companies are getting hit with hiring freezes. I mean, I know we are in on campus. Um, they've got a hiring freeze going on. Fortunately, in our department, we managed to hire two new professors um, before the hiring freeze hit. Thank God, and they went ahead and accepted them. But yeah, yeah. So they're like, don't don't worry about it. I feel like there's going to be a lot of hurting for a little while here, especially job wise, trying to find a decent place to live wise. It's going to take time, y'all, to repair just the little bit of damage that's been done. And depending on how much longer the orange turd stays in office will depend on how much more damage is going to get done. Um, it's a really effed up situation with that. um, Alrighty. Good night, Edward. All right. That is everything, everyone. I got you all. Well, except for the latecomers, we'd already closed questions. Um, you're welcome, Sheila. Thank you, everybody, for coming tonight and hanging out with us. And and everything. I greatly appreciate it. Um, y'all have a good week. It's got to be better than the past week. The past week sucked. I don't know about y'all, but it was a sucky week, man. Let me tell you. Um, so y'all have a good evening. Have a good rest of your weekend. All the mommies, all the daddies that are also mommies too, and all the fur baby mommies, happy Mother's Day. I hope y'all get a beautiful, wonderful day. Maybe get treated to dinner or lunch out. Um, oh, it's the full moon tonight? Wow. That could explain why my skin is so jumpy. Usually when the moon does its stuff, I start reacting. So, um, yeah, I noticed it last night. The cloud cover cleared up just enough that I could see the moon, even though it was still hazy, but you could see it. It's like, at least we didn't get all the storms and stuff that got north of us. They had a couple of bad tornadoes rip through some places. And I can't remember off the top of my head. It seems like it was Caribbean islands, and they should have. Yeah, yeah. Um, all right, I am fading fast. I keep zoning out. Y'all watching me do it. Y'all have a great rest of your week. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms. And I'll see y'all Monday night for Draining the Swamp. Have a good weekend. Do something special for your mama, especially if she's still around. Bye for now.